Oh my gosh! The Edmonton Oilers have just closed in on a 7x7 contract extension with Jake Walman. Ladies and gentlemen, wrap it up. This is the most important signing by the Oilers for today, and it happened about 20 minutes ago. Just kidding! Oh my gosh, Connor McDavid re-signed for a $12.5 million AAV! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! This literally came out 5 minutes ago. For some reason, I'm awake. For some reason, the heavens that be, something caused me to wake up significantly earlier than I'm probably supposed to wake up based off of my body's internal clock. And I got up. Not even got up. I was lying in bed. Saw the hockey team's group chat popping off, and I was like, okay, I kind of have to read this. Significant rule changes in my league. And then I opened up Twitter, and it's Connor McDavid signed. 2 years, $12.5 million AAV. The madman. What an absolute madman. This guy's going full-on Sidney Crosby, ladies and gentlemen. He could have had 17. He could have had 18. He could have gotten 20. He could have gotten whatever it is that he wanted, but he got 12.5. And you can say that this is the trade-off to win. Connor McDavid is coming off of 2 straight Stanley Cup Finals appearances. He's had so many deep runs the past 4 years, yet he's going out there and saying, I kind of want to do it again. I want to set this team up to be able to win. We all know Sidney Crosby was the most underpaid superstar in the NHL for the past few years, and he wasn't even the highest paid Penguin for the majority of his time, winning cups and doing all the things that he did. Evgeny Malkin was at a higher AAV than Sid for a good chunk of time, 9 million AAV versus 8.7 million AAV. And now we are seeing the exact same thing happen with the Edmonton Oilers and Connor McDavid, who is at the end of a $12.5 million AAV contract for 8 years that was signed all the way back in 2018. I mean, the guy was given this money all the way back when, and we were like, yeah, it's fine. He's the number 1 paid player in the National Hockey League. That's reasonable. But now, he ups for the same amount, 12.5 million AAV for 2 years. Connor McDavid's like, yeah, just give me 10 years at 12.5 million and we're good. Like, I can stand being severely underpaid for 2 seasons. Connor McDavid in 2028 is gonna get the absolute bag, whether he has his Edmonton Cup or not. Heck, his first contract wasn't even signed in 2018. It was signed like 5 days after it was eligible to be signed. He signed at 12.5 million AAV on July 5th, 2017. So Judd Moldaver and the Oilers getting things done early. And now, 8 years later, McDavid's like, yeah, just re-up me for the same. The league has changed, folks. Look at all the guys making money nowadays. And Connor says, screw that. I've already lived my life being comfortable with making $12.5 million AAV, so why not stick with it? I mean, heading over to Puckpedia and looking at the cap hits of contracts here, let's go beyond 24-25. Let's take a look at 25-26. Draisaitl's making 14. Matthews is making 13.25. McKinnon's making 12.6. You have Kirill Kaprizov making 17. Why? Because he wanted 17. McDavid's making 12.5 because he wants 12.5. Mitch Marner just re-signed for 12. Mikko Rantanen for 12. Elias Pettersson's making 11.6. Connor McDavid can be probably the most underpaid superstar in hockey for the next 2 seasons, and he decided to do this. He decided to take a significantly cheaper deal. Let's refresh the page, see the views, see the likes. I mean, no other player of his stature in the league would do that for his team. He's now giving the Oilers 3 seasons to put together a cup winner. Otherwise, I doubt he re-signs in 3 years, and I won't blame him if he doesn't. That is, I think, the biggest sentiment about this. It's the fact that McDavid and Leon are committing themselves in very different ways. Draisaitl's like, yeah, I'll stay here. I'll get $14 million AAV. I'll be the highest paid player in the league for a few weeks, and then Kirill Kaprizov's gonna re-sign. And then Connor's like, yeah, I'll re-sign and I'll give this team a chance by being so cheap. And then I'm gonna get my bag, whether we have the cup or not. Let's take a look at this. There's the AFP Analytics tweet that goes out there and says it's a phenomenal deal for the team. Yeah, of course it is. Like, who's gonna say it's not? But their projection had Connor McDavid valued as a $16 million AAV player. $16.3 million by 4 years. 15.72% of the cap. McDavid ends up getting a contract that's worth 12.02% of the salary cap. He could have gotten 20. Could have gotten 20. If he wanted 20, he would have gotten it. And the Oilers would have had no choice but to say, yeah, no, sorry. Like everybody else. Sorry, Jake Walman. Sorry, Bouchard and Nurse. McDavid's getting 20, so you're going to have to take less. But nope, he decides that he wants 12.5. What an absolute gamer. Like, I cannot believe the fact that we are sitting here and talking about this extension in this way. Say what you want about Jake Walman. I mean, Jake Walman took a little bit more than he probably should have been able to get. AFP said that Jake Walman was worth about 6.5 by 5 years. Walman gets 7 by 7. So considering the added term, it actually seems pretty reasonable. But obviously, you know, nobody cares about Jake Walman signing today. It's all about Connor McDavid. Okay, maybe that's kind of mean. Sorry, Jake Walman. We can briefly talk about him here too as well. 29 years old, signed till he's 36, so good for Walman going out there and getting the bag here. For some reason, he was sent away from Detroit. I don't know. Stevie Y had out to get him against this guy. He hit the gritty in overtime a few times. He's pretty fine. Then in San Jose, he had 32 points in 50 games. With Edmonton, he was half a point a game in both the regular season and the playoffs. If he can be a 40-point guy, pretty solid for $7 million a year in today's climate. The cap's going up by so much that $7 million by 7 for Jake Walman, it's not that bad, I feel. But good golly gee, is Connor McDavid re-upping for $12.5 million for 2 years? Like, the biggest miracle on Broadway that we have seen in a long, long time. So with all this in mind, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Connor McDavid contract extension. I am just utterly befuddled that for some reason I was able to wake up and see this live as it happened, and now we're sitting here talking about it on a YouTube video. So if you enjoyed this video, hey, feel free to hit the like button at any point. If you did not, then the dislike button's down there for you as well. But comments help out with the algorithm. I'd appreciate it if you got involved in this conversation. What are your thoughts on McDavid signing a $12.5 million AAV extension worth 2 years? He's got the next 3 seasons on tap with Edmonton at this dollar amount before he decides to take his ball and go home. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign on, and bye.